Hey there, sports fans. How's everybody doing? Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and here we are with a game. The 19. I'm replaying one of the several seasons I'm replaying is the 1976 Yankees season, and you say, well, he's a front runner. He wants to play just the teams that go into the World Series, and this is actually the first team that I ever rolled dice to or replayed rolling dice back in the summer of 77. So that's why I'm replaying 1976 Yankees. I used APA back then. This time around, I'm using Fall Classic and using the PC Companion replay. So let me talk to you a little bit about where we stand with this replay. We're in the middle of August, and let's look at it closely. The Yankees are 83 and 33. Yeah, they've been on a tear for sure. So they've really been on fire. The Rangers, who they're playing today at Yankee Stadium, are 54 and 64. And let's look at the lineups for both teams. Let's move out of this screen here. Kenny Holtzman will go for the Yankees. He's got a 4.14 ERA, a 9-11 record. So he came over, I believe, from the Orioles. I believe he came over in a trade. So I haven't replayed the Yankees for a while. I started yesterday again just to warm up to them, but I haven't really been in this replay for, I'd say, 2 months or so. All right. So let's go over the lineups real quick here. For the visiting Rangers, it'll be Gene Clines in center field, Toby Harrah shortstop, batting second, batting third is Mike Hargrove. The human rain delay at first base. Cleanup is Jeff Burroughs, the right fielder. Batting fifth is Jim Fregosi, the DH. Yes, sirree, Jim Fregosi. He was traded to the Mets for Nolan Ryan, and now he's back. Since 76, he's back in the American League and with the Texas Rangers. Tom Grieve, the left fielder, batting, sixth. Seventh is Len Randall, the second baseman. Eighth is Danny Thompson, the third baseman. And ninth is Jim Sundberg, the catcher. Jim Umbarger will be the pitcher. He has a 4.06 ERA, 146 innings pitched, 22 games started, 10-7 record. For the Yankees, it'll be Mick the Quick Rivers in center field, followed by Roy White, the switch-hitting left fielder. Thurman Munson, the captain, the DH, the Walrus. Batting cleanup today is Lou Piniella in right field, since Umbarger is a left-hander. Chris Chambliss is moved to the fifth spot at first base. Batting sixth is Greg Nettles, the third baseman, who leads the team in home runs with 25. Batting seventh is Fran Healy, the catcher. He came over as well. I believe it was from Kansas City. I can't totally remember. And Willie Randolph batting eighth, second baseman from the Pittsburgh Pirates. He came over from there for Doc Medich, and Doc Ellis came with Willie Randolph to the Yankees. Big trade for the Yankees, 76. And then Fred Stanley, the shortstop, batting ninth, Chicken Stanley. So let's get started. Let's play some ball.
Replay Radio is live from New York.
And here's Yankee Stadium. As you can see it, we'll click on that, and it'll take us to the field. Beautiful field. Now I'm going to hit the option so I get some sound. Because I took it off last night. It was really late. I didn't want to make any noise. So we got that going. I'm going to go back to the ballpark. You got a little background sound, crowd. And let's start rolling. So on the mound is Kenny Holtzman. Kenny Holtzman, the southpaw, looks into Fran Healy for the sign. And he's ready, winds and deals. And that's going to be a 61, which will be a fly ball to right field. Piniella drifts over, settles under it, and makes the catch for the first out of the ball game. Now, what I want to say, Holtzman's a C pitcher, and Umbarger's a B pitcher, both lefties. And here's Toby Harrah. And the pitch, 26, and that's a base hit to left. So Harrah rips one to left field, and he's on with a single. And next up is Mike Hargrove, who's an excellent hit and run guy. We're not going to do it so early this time. I try to do it twice per team per game. when the situation arises, when the right two players happen to be up and so on. But I'm not going to do it right now. Just kind of pitch, and it's a 16, which will be a ground ball to shortstop, and Fred Stanley has no play at second. He's going to go across the diamond and gets Hargrove at first. So Harrow moves to second with 2 outs, takes his lead. Holtzman looks at him, looks at Healy now, and gets the sign to the belt and deals to Jeff Burroughs. Burroughs, the cleanup batter, a 54. I'm going to pull a card, and it's going to be a potential wild pitch with a 7, and it is wild. Goes to the backstop, moving to third will be Harrow. So Harrow's on third. And it's a full count to Burroughs, and the pitch by Holtzman, a 46 and a deep drive to left field, way back, and White looks up, and it's gone. Home run. Wow. He tagged that one to left, and that was out of here. No doubter in the second deck, Jeff Burroughs. And you know, Holtzman does give up a lot of home runs. So there's all those, I guess because they were throwing strikes, right? Because it seemed that all the Oakland pitchers from those big years seemed to give up a lot of home runs. They all had winning records, but they gave up a lot of home runs. And this ball has gone to right. Not easy for a off the ballpark card, by the way. So not easy for that to happen. Lefties have a bigger advantage, but Burroughs leaned into that one and got some muscle into it and drove it into the second deck here at Yankee Stadium. All right, so it's Jim Fregosi. It's 2-0 Rangers, just like that. Jim Fregosi steps in the box. He's a right-handed hitter. Holtzman checks in with Healy, winds and deals, and it's a 35, which will be bounced up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. So 2-out single puts Fregosi at first base, and he takes his lead. Holtzman looks over. Frugosi's not going anywhere. Grieve now, Tom Grieve, a right-handed hitter. What's Grieve batting? He's batting .256 with 13 home runs. Not too bad. And what did he do? He hit 20 home runs that season. So here's the pitch from Holtzman. And it's a 45, and that'll be a fly ball center field. Mickey Rivers takes a couple steps back, squeezes it for out number 3. But the damage has been done, and the Rangers pick up a couple of runs here in 1976. Where were you in August of 1976? I know where I was. August of 1976. I was away. I was away in the hills with my grandma. So I would get Yankee games on little cassette tapes, and I listened to them on my cassette player. All right, here's Mickey Rivers, leads off. And it's a 24, which will be a hit by pitch, but no, it's popped up, a skyscraper, and Kleins comes in a couple of steps in center and makes the catch, so Mickey Rivers flies out. Here's Roy White. Roy White's having a good season, batting .319. In reality, he batted .286. Here's the pitch from Umbarger at 61. Will be a swing and a miss, and White chases a curveball, and he strikes out for the second out. Thurman Munson steps in the box, the Walrus, and he's going to line one to second base, and Randall is there. He snags it, so it's an L4, and that ends the inning. That was an easy 3 up, 3 down inning. So Umbarger retires him in order in the bottom of the first. Go to the top of the second. Len Randall. Len Randall had a terrible season in 76. Batted .224. And here he's going to pop one up to shallow left field. Back goes Stanley and Nettles. In comes White, and White calls him off. He makes the catch. So Randall is retired with a flyout. And Danny Thompson, another one who can't hit for beans. And that's going to be a tapper right back to Holtzman, who feels it over to first, 2 away. Yeah, this Texas team is not very good. The catcher, Sundberg, Jimmy Sonny Sundberg. And a 24 will be a fly out to Piniella in right center to retire the side. Easy inning for Holtzman. Go to the bottom of the second. Who's coming up? Let's take a quick peek. It's going to be Piniella, Chambliss, and Nettles. Oh, that boy. All right, so that's going to be a drive down the line, one hop off the wall into the corner, played by Grieve. Into second base is Piniella. Here comes the throw, the tag by Randall, and he's in there. A double for Piniella. Nice slide. And next up is Chambliss with a runner at second base. So Piniella doubles here to lead off the bottom of the second. The Yanks trail 2-0. Here's the pitch to Chambliss, a 43, and that'll be a bouncer to second base Randall. This will move Piniella to third. So 1 out now. And it's Greg Nettles. Umbarger checks in with Sundberg, shakes off the sign. Now he sees one he likes, sets his grip. The ball is out of sight, and he deals. And that is rip ball 4. So it's a free ticket for a free pass for Nettles. And it's first and third now, and here comes Fran Healy. Healy's batting .246 and 126 at bats. And infield is playing for the double play. Let's see what happens. Umbarger checks in with Sundberg. He's ready to work. He has a look of determination on his face, wants to get out of this one. And Sundberg is ready to receive, and here goes the pitch from Umbarger. It's a 36, which will be a ground ball to short. Ooh, this could be a double play. Yes, sir. First and third and a 6. It's going to be a 6-4-3 unless the shortstop Harris has a weak arm. And I don't know that he has a weak arm. We'll see what it says. Where's, oh, this is 59. Ah, here it is. Okay. And Hara has an average arm, so he'll turn it. 6-4-3. Hara to Randall to Hargrove, and they get out of the inning. And here it is, only one click for this situation, which is really nice. So we go to top of the third. 2-0 Rangers. It's Gene Kleins. The pitch from, what is that, a 62? The pitch from Holtzman, and that is a line drive to left field. Roy White doesn't have to move. 1 down. So Kleins hit it well, but right at White. And here's Toby Hara. Here's the pitch, and a 65. That's going to be a drive, and that's a drive to down the line. If it stays fair, it's gone, and that ball is gone. 3-0. Toby Hara connects here. Toby Hara hit 15 home runs that season, and he hits one here. Hargrove is up next. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third, 3-0 Rangers. Pitch from Holtzman, 21, is a bouncer. Randolph scoops it, sets his feet, and throws over to first for out number 2. Here's Jeff Burroughs. He gave us a wallop earlier in the game. A 2-run shot that put the Rangers up 2-0 in the first. And here's Holtzman, which I'm sure he'll be much more careful this time, and he is. And this time he hits a hard grounder to the shortstop Stanley over to first, and that retires the side. But the Rangers pick up another run, 3-0. Go to Randolph, leads off the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch from Umbarger at 24, and that's a hit by pitch with a 13. It won't be. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle, and Hara gets there. Oh, spins and throws to first, and just gets Randolph by half a step. Nice play by Toby Hara. Chasing a ball that I thought was going to get through, but Hara came out of nowhere and scooped it up. Got a nice bounce there at the end, and was able to get that and throw out the speedy Randolph. Here's Chicken Stanley, and Chicken Stanley's going to check his swing. They check with the first base umpire, and he went around, and Stanley doesn't like it. He's got some choice words that he's mumbling under his breath, and heads back to the dugout for 2 outs now. And Rivers, the left-handed hitter who moves very, very slowly to the plate. But man, when he turns on the Jets, he really turns on the Jets, and he flies, let me tell you. So Rivers is ready to go, and Umbarger checks in with Sundberg. He's preparing to come home, and he focuses in on the target, and it's Sundberg who's ready, and Umbarger brings it. Oh boy, and that's a drive down the line, And that's going to be a one hop off the wall, and it rolls away from Burroughs. And Rivers is going to try for 3. No way. And here's the relay from Randall to Thompson, the tag. And Rivers is safe with a triple, a 2-out triple for Mick the Quick. Holy smokes. How many triples is that on the season? Let's look. There it is. 13 triples for Mickey Rivers. How many did he hit? Hit 8 triples. But he's got a lot here. All right, Roy White is up. And 2 outs. So they're going to play the infield back. And the pitch from Umbarger to White. And it's going to be a 41. Should be a base on balls, and it is. So White takes his base, first and third, and here's Munson. Munson, always a dangerous hitter. Tying run is at the plate here, 3-0 Rangers, but the Yanks are threatening here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. You got White at first, who takes his lead. Rivers shuffles a couple of steps. Umbarger is ready, looks at Sundberg, and shakes him off. Now sees what he likes, and he's ready to come. Brings it. And the 21 is going to be a fly ball, shallow left field. Grieve and Clines come together, and Harris even out there. Grieve calls him off, makes the catch, and that retires the side. The Yanks waste a couple of potential runners. And we go to the top of the 4th. Yanks struggling today to get drive in those runs. So it's going to be Jim Fregosi leads off here in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch from Holtzman with a 33, and that is ball 4. So he walks him. Holtzman does not allow a lot of walks. Tom Grieve, not a good hit and run guy, and he is a good bunter. He's in a square, and that's tapped right to the mound. But Holtzman has only 1 play. That'll be the first. So another runner in scoring position for Fregosi. Here's Lenny Randall. The pitch from Holtzman, a 55. That's going to be line base hit. Let's see if they'll score the run. And they're going to wave Fregosi home, I believe. He should be. I don't think he's an S. Should be an A. Let's see. Struggling here, picking him up. He is. He's going to come around to score. Len Randall with an RBI single. And Randall's always a threat to run. With that 55. He's a threat to run for sure. Holtzman throws over. Randall back head first. Had a nice lead. Aggressive lead by Randall. And Holtzman was forced to throw over there. And Holtzman looks in at Healy. And here's the pitch. And there goes Randall, and the throw down. Healy shoots it down. The tag from Randolph, and not in time. That's a stolen base for Lenny Randall. He did have how many? 30 stolen bases. He was caught 45 times. He was caught 15 times. 30 out of 45. So he steals, and he's at second base now. And it's Danny Thompson, the pitch from Holtzman. And that will be a bouncer to Randolph, who charges it, gloves it over to first, and that retires the side. Oh, no, it does not. I'm sorry. There's 2 outs now. And here's Sundberg with 2 outs. Pitch from Holtzman, and that's going to be line base hit. And that's another RBI. It's going to be 5-0. So Holtzman's taking a beating here. And Sonny Sundberg is on at first. We're going to try to push Holtzman until he's finished this inning here. He's given up 5 runs already. That's usually the limit. And that's a 54 with a runner on first, a potential wild pitch. And that's going to be another wild pitch. I think he has one already, right? That's the second wild pitch of the game. So Holtzman's struggling here. He's lost it. He's got 12 wild pitches on the season. Doesn't say here how many wild pitches he had that season, but he obviously had a bunch of them. All right, so Gene Clines is up with a runner in scoring position. We're trying to push Holtzman here, who's given up 5 runs and 6 hits. It's only the 4th inning, and you know, back in '76, you don't have the type of bullpen to really go to pull starters out early. So we have to kind of push Holtzman a little bit extra. Let's see if he can get us out of this inning. Here's a pitch from Holtzman at 32, and that's going to be a check swing, a little looping liner that's going to drop in between White and Rivers, and Sundberg is going to come around, and Kleins is going to try for second to throw from White, the tag from Randolph, and he is safe. A double, and that's going to be it. That's going to be it for Holtzman. We're forced here to pull him, and we're going to go to Dick Tidrow. And he's got 80 innings. He had 92 original innings. We're probably better off going to Lyle. Lyle still has 20 appearances. Jackson's almost used up. We got Guidry. Guidry's available. And he's got 7 appearances. So we're going to go to Ron Guidry. Excuse me. All right, so let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. These are the pictures. Nope. All right, here are the pictures. So let's grab Ron Guidry. See if he can give us a couple of innings. And this is a young arm that definitely has potential. I see a lot of potential in this kid. 76. I think it's his rookie season, right? I believe so. Not totally sure, but he's in there for Holtzman, and we're going to roll for him to see what kind of stuff he has today. And he will have his B stuff. So Guidry with his B stuff comes in. And it's Toby Harrah up with a runner with Kleins at second base. Guidry checks in with Healy. And he's ready to the belt and deals. And that's going to be a 15, which will be a ground ball to short. Stanley over to first, and that retires the side. But 3 more runs. It's 6-0 Rangers. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Let's see if the Yanks can get their offense going here. Jim Umbarger winds and deals to Lou Piniella, 34, and that's going to be line base hit to left, played on a hop by Grieve and left. So Pinella's on. That's I believe his second hit of the day. Sweet Lou Piniella. Here's Chris Chambliss. Chambliss, a left-handed hitter. He's got the 289 with 16 home runs. Pitch from Umbarger, and that's going to be a 34, and that's going to be a ground ball through the hole, past the diving Randall, and going to third will be Piniella. So it's first and third now. Yanks got something going here. First and third, nobody out. Greg Nettles. Nettles leads the Yanks in homers. 25 home runs, 3 stolen bases, 248 average. In reality, what did he bat? He batted 254 average, so that's pretty good. He had 32 home runs. So he's about right where he should be. I'm noticing that with both games, whether it be replay, or whether it be Fall Classic, or whether it be Stratomatic, the stats are a little bit higher, a little bit lower, relatively speaking. Sometimes you get an outlier, an anomaly, somebody who stands out, who, like Rivers, who has 13 triples instead of his 8. You get stuff like that happening. But overall, they keep it more within a range. It's pretty good. So first and third, nobody out. Infield's playing double play depth. Nettles at the plate. He bats from the left side, and Umbarger is ready to go to the belt. Looks over. He's a lefty, so he's facing the looks over at Piniella. Piniella shuffles off third. Chambliss takes a couple of steps off first, and here's the pitch to Nettles, and that's going to be a base hit. Lines one to right center field, played by Kleins. And let's see what Chambliss does. There is nobody out, and he's going to go for third, and the throw comes in to Harrah. So it's first and third, and the Yanks are on the board 6-1. Greg Nettles picks up an RBI. Here's Fran Healy, right-handed hitter. Healy, no home runs, 127 at bats, batting 244. Umbarger checks in with Sundberg, shakes him off, now sees what he likes, to the belt, and deals. And a 45 will be a fly ball center field, Kleins. Let's see if this will potentially, what do we roll here? A 5, it's going to be a shallow fly ball, so no advance. Chambliss is going to hold his base at third base. 1 away. Next is Willie Randolph. Randolph is a good hit and run guy. Nettles, not a guy you want to really hit and run with. But we're going to try it. There goes Nettles, and that is going to be an 8, which, oh boy. What did I do with that thing? Should be right there. Huh. Hold on a second. Hold on, because I was doing a lot of crazy stuff earlier today. I thought I was going to work on this big project, and at the end, I said, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to work on this big project. And I just forgot all about it. I just dumped the whole project. Thought I was going to do it. I was all pumped up to do it. What did I roll in? An 8. You got to add them. It's a ground ball to short, and there's no play at second, so Harrow's going to throw across the diamond to get Randolph. And a run scores. But that's okay. It's 6-2. They trade the run for the out. And here's Chicken Stanley, still early for a pinch hitter, so we're going to let him swing away. Pitch to Stanley, and that's going to be, it's going to be ball 4. So Stanley walks. Stanley shows some patience and shows a good eye. Gets a free pass. He's on at first. We got first and second. Here's Mick the Quick, who hit a triple earlier in the game. He's batting .345. It's really... I've rolled nothing but hits for him. He doesn't have a card with a ton of hits, but I've rolled nothing but hits for him. He has the same card that, not as good, obviously, as Hank Aaron, who batted .359. And I can't roll squat for Aaron. I can barely roll hits for Aaron. But with Mickey Rivers, he was batting .400 for like 3 months. Every time I rolled, it was a 44, 33, 22. It's always a hit on his card. Or if it wasn't a hit off Mickey Rivers' card, it was a hit off the pitcher card. So, okay, Rivers is up again, left-handed hitter, batting .345, so he's having an excellent season, has 500 bats, 109 games. He came over from the Angels. He was a big base stealer with the Angels and has a really good first season with the Yankees where he steals a lot of bases. He stole 43 out of 50. And he's up here, so has the opportunity to do some damage. Knocks these two in, it'll be a 6-4, and the Yanks are back in the game. 6-2 right now, Texas. So here's the pitch from Umbarger. Lefty on lefty. That's going to be a 41. Very unusual for Rivers to walk, but he walks here. He had only 13 walks the whole season. And that's a base on balls. And it's going to be Roy White with the bases loaded. So it's going to... Sundberg and the manager's going to, or the pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Umbarger. We don't want this to get out of hand here. It's only the bottom of the 4th. 6-2, the Rangers with 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. The Yanks with 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Bases are loaded. Nettles at third, Stanley at second, Rivers at first. We're playing the 1976 World Series Yankees. They lost in 4 straight to the Reds. And Roy White, switch hitter. He'll be batting from the right side against Umbarger. And Umbarger checks in with Sundberg and sets and deals. And that's going to be a hard hit ball, but right at the center fielder Klein's, and that's the 3rd out. So White wraps one to center field. Klein makes the catch, and we go to the top of the 5th. Guidry on the mound for the Yankees. This is his first appearance of 76. And with me, right? I don't know. This is the first time I've really seen him on the roster. So here's Mike Hargrove. Hargrove today, how's he going? Let's see who's going to be coming up. Hargrove, Burroughs, and Fregosi. Hargrove is 0 for 2. Burroughs 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer, and Fregosi 1 for 1. And here's the pitch from Guidry, 62, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's not easy to get Hargrove to swing and miss, but Guidry, Louisiana Lightning, they call him. Here's Jeff Burroughs. And Louisiana Lightning winds and deals to Burroughs, and that's going to be a bouncer up the middle and base hit into center field. Rivers fields it and throws it into Randolph. So Burroughs is on with a single, his 2nd hit of the day. Jim Fregosi now. Fregosi, a right-handed hitter, batting .277. What did he bat in reality? .230. In reality, he batted .233. Here's a pitch. And that's a snake eyes, which will be ball 4. So Guidry walks him, loses him, and Fregosi pushes Burroughs to second base. We got a couple of base runners now for the Rangers. They're already up 6-2. We're only in the 5th inning, so this game is kind of dragging a little bit. It's not one of those games that go really fast, so this will probably be an hour-long game. All right, so up now is Tom Grieve. 13 home runs, 256 average. I wish they had the RBIs there, but they don't. Here's a pitch from Guidry. and a 31, and that's going to be a check swing, little blooper, and that's over the head of Stanley. Falls in there. Let's see if a run will score. They're going to hold him up at third. Burroughs around third, and Pinello in right field. They will hold him up. They will hold him up. He could risk it, but I'm not going to risk it. With one out, let's see, Pinella, a arm. We're going to risk it. So there's going to be a play at the plate, and here's a throw from Pinella to try to get Burroughs, and he is safe. Everybody moves up a base, and so it's a single. Everybody moves up, and we're going to go to special for that single. Batter to second, runner to third. The other one scores, and the throw from Pinella just not in time. Tag put on by Healy, but Burroughs had already crossed the plate. 7-2 now, so we did try. We risked it. We are up 6 by 4 runs, so, and there was already one out, so I felt it was the right time to do that. With no out, I would have held him, but with one out, say what the heck. Here's Lenny Randall. So Guidry now getting hit a little bit, getting hurt a little bit, and that's going to be a infield is in for the Yankees here, and they will hold on that. No, they're going to score on that. Chambliss with the throw home, steps on the bag, throws home, and not in time. So run comes in. Going to third is Grieve. Another run scores. And here's Danny Thompson. 2 out. And a pitch. Oh, and that's going to be a check swing. And that drops in. Another Texas leaguer. Let's see what happens to the runner at first. Advances the arm. No, he will hold up. He will hold up at second base. There's nobody at second base. So run scores. And Thompson with a single. Little bloop single in front of Rivers. And it's 9-2. The Yankees are getting blown out here. Sundberg is up next. Let's see what Guidry can face. 13 batters. And how many has he faced? He's getting killed here. Allowed 3 runs. Okay, not that bad. He just needs to get out of this inning. All right, Sundberg. Sonny Sundberg. Oh, that's trouble. That's ripped. That's ripped. To where? Where's it ripped to? That's ripped to center. And stopping at second will be Thompson. So another base hit. So the base hits keep on coming. Here's Gene Klein. See if we can get out of this inning. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. We need to Guidry to give us some innings here. Here's a pitch, and that'll be it. That'll be it. So do ground ball to up the middle. Stanley gets there, fires the first in time, and it's a 9-2 ball game. We're on the bottom of the 5th, so it's a blowout game. Thurman Munson with a 34, and that's a base hit. Munson wraps one to left center. He's on with a single to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Lou Pinella's up next. And Pinella check swing, and umpire rings him up, and Pinella is mad as hell. He's going to get thrown out. Chris Chambliss is up next. Pitch to Chambliss. It's a 12, and that'll be a fly ball right field. Burroughs towards the line. Nice running catch for Burroughs. 2 out. Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles, a 249 hitter with 25 home runs. Bats from the right side. Munson takes his lead off first. The pitch from Umbarger, and it's a 45. Now if he bounced to second base, Randall up with it over to first. And that ends the inning. Here's Toby Harrah. Leads off at the top of the 6th. Harrah today is 2 for 3. Hit a home run earlier, a solo shot. Here's a pitch from Guidry to Harrah, 41. That's ball 4. Walks him. Guidry has good control on his card, but not good enough. Harrah takes his lead. Guidry checks in with Healy. Looks over at Harrah. Checks in with Healy. Shakes him off, and now sees something he likes. To the belt and deals to Hargrove. And that's a 46 and a 5. Hargrove is a lefty, I believe. And that's going to be trouble at Yankee Stadium. And that's going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to split the outfield and roll to the wall. And they're waving Harrah around, and he will score. And that is an RBI double for Harrah, 10-2. Here's Jeff Burroughs. Steps in the box, bats from the right side. Having a good day at the plate. 2-run homer in the first. Guidry looks in to Healy for the sign, and the pitch, 25, will be a tapper right back to Guidry. Hargrove. Guidry looks Hargrove back to second, over to first. 1 away. Fergosi's next. Steps in the box, calls time, steps out, takes a couple of practice swings, looks at the barrel of the bat, steps back in. Now Guidry's set to go. Looking in, looking intently at Healy, and he's ready. Here's the pitch, and that's 15. That'll be swing and a miss. Struck him out. Fregosi chases. All right, Tom Grieve now with 2 out. 1 on. Hargrove at third. Hold on a second. He shouldn't have advanced on the ground out 1-3. No, we held Hargrove. So that was, I got to go back. So it's a strikeout for the last batter. Let me go back. 1-3 and a strikeout. I don't want to forget. Okay, so it was a 1-3. And so we have to go to detail to keep him there. G, 1-3. Runner holds. And then the next batter struck out. And now it's Tom Grieve. Grieve should be up. And he is. Runner at second. And here's the pitch. And a 45 will be a line drive right field. And Piniella, a couple of steps to his right, makes the catch. And that retires the side. So Guidry limits the damage to 1 run. And Fran Healy leads off the bottom of the 6th. 10-2 Yankees trail. It's a 35, and that is line, base hit. So a rope off the bat of Healy. He's on at first. Randolph is next, right-handed hitter. Pitch 53, and that's going to be a range drive past the diving shortstop, knocks it down, and he gets to it, but Randolph is safe at first. So infield single for Randolph past Hara. Because I rolled a 20 in Harris. What is Hara? Hara is a shortstop. He's an 8. So that's 20's way beyond that. So here's Fred Stanley now. It's time to pinch hit for Stanley. We'll bring in a righty, Otto Velez. And then we'll bring in Mason. Mason's there. Otto Velez is up. Instead of Chicken Stanley, who can't hit for beans. All right. And Mason's a little bit better fielder. He's got a better arm. So Otto Velez is up. Here's the pitch from Umbarger. And that's going to be a 13. And that'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. So Velez chases high fastball. And here's Mickey Rivers with 1 out and 2 on. Pitch to Rivers and a 65. That's a -3 home run. And that ball is a fly ball. Right field. Burroughs racing in. And he gets there. Holding are the runners. Healy back to second. Roy White now. Switch hitter batting from the right side. And 10-2 Rangers. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Yankee Stadium, 1976. It was August, I think, 16th. Where were you? What were you doing August 16th, 1976? That's the heart of summer. The heat of summer and the heart of summer, both. All right, Umbarger, Roy White. Pitch. Oh, that's going to be ripped. That's ripped to who? That's ripped to left, base hit. And Healy will score, and F runner will go to third. So first and third, RBI single for White. Score is 10-3. Umbarger's given up 9 hits so far and 3 runs. So we're getting to that point of pulling him. He's already tired according to this system. Munson now. Here's the pitch. And a 52 and a 1. Struck him out. Munson can't believe it. Can't believe the umpire called that. And that ends the inning. And we're going to replace, Mason is going to come in, replacing Stanley is short. And it's Guidry facing Randall. Let's see what Guidry's done so far. How many has he faced? Guidry's faced 14, so he's pretty much done. Umbarger's still okay, still barely okay. So he'll face Randall, can't hit for beans. Pitch from Guidry. And that's going to be a 54, and then that's going to be a catcher, Healy. Oh no, it's popped up, middle infield. It's Randolph and Mason. Mason calls him off. 1 down. That's a rain. I don't do rain delays or rain outs or anything like that. Imagine doing all this work and then having a rain out. Here's a pitch, Danny Thompson, 36. I could use a rain out right now in a terrible game like this, actually. 36 is going to be a base hit to left off the bat of Danny Thompson. So runner on first, 1 out. Here is Jim Sundberg. Pitch to Sundberg, 42, and that'll be a Ground ball to third. Nettles should pick up a double play here. Unless, is he a strong arm? He is. He's going to go to second for one. Back to first. Double play, around the horn, double play for Nettles. Nettles got great defense. He's got excellent arms, strong arms. He turned a lot of double plays. Probably led the league. Pinella leads off the bottom of the 7th inning, so it's a 7th inning stretch, my friends. Hope you're enjoying the game. It is a blowout a little bit. Umbarger's still on the mound. We're trying to push him a little bit longer. I want to overuse those bullpens. Here's Pinella. And he swings and he lines one base hit to center. He's on with a single. So Pinella, just like that, smacks one into center field. Kleins plays it on a hop, gets it into Randall, and Pinella is on there. What is that, his second hit of the day or his third hit of the day? Pinella's got 3 hits today, so he's having a good day. Batting .307. We're going to check the bullpen. Let's check the bullpen, see what we got. Because Umbarger, I think, has had it, to be honest with you. Foucault, we're not going to bring him in. Horner is terrible, but can we bring him in? Nope, he's almost used up. 36-46, 31-41, 19-32. Turpco, let's bring in Turpco. All right, now let me, where are they? Got to tidy this up. I got a draft tomorrow with one of the leagues that I'm in. All right. Turpco's going to come in. I'll tell you a little bit about Turpco. That's from my 1990 replay. Where's is it? Oh yeah, here you are. Here you are. All right. Turpco, Jeff Turpco. He's a right-hander. Let's see what kind of stuff he will have. He will have his C stuff. Good for the Yankees. Not great for the Rangers. He's facing Chambliss here. Bottom of the 7th, 10-3. All we need is for him to throw strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be trouble. That's down the line into right field corner. And that ball is caught. So it's a fly out to right. And Chambliss now. I'm sorry, Nettles. So Chambliss flies out. Hits it deep. But Burroughs on the track makes the catch. And here's Nettles. Pitch from Turpco. And that's going to be a fly ball again. Shallow right center field. Kleins and Burroughs coming in hard. And it's Burroughs makes the catch. Pinella back to first. Fran Healy. Pitch from Turpco. And it's going to be probably a wild pitch or a pass ball. Sundberg. What kind of pass ball rating does he have? Sundberg. No, it's a wild pitch. Wild pitch, Turpco. Spikes one, goes back to the backstop, and Pinella moves to second base. Healy is still up. And pitch to Healy. That's line, base hit, RBI. Oh, no. Pinella's at second base. Will Pinella score? Yes, he will. 2 outs, so he's coming around, running on contact. He comes around to score. 10-4 now. Here's Willie Randolph. Randolph having a good season, batting .310, 300 at bats. Still has a way to go, though. So here's a pitch from Turpco, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Harrah's going to flip to Randall, 6-4 to end the inning. The Yanks pick up a run. It's 10-4. We go to the top of the 8th. Gene Kleins leads off. It's going to be Kleins, Harrah, and Hargrove. Kleins is 1 for 4. Harrah's having a good day, 2 for 3 with a home run, and 1 for 4 for the human rain delay. And it's Gene Kleins. Kleins is speedy. Speedy with a .276 average. He knows how to get on base. And the pitch from Guidry, 2 innings left. So we're going to pull Guidry. We're going to go with Tidrow. So Guidry's out. Had good velocity. Just was not hitting his spots. Had some bad breaks there. A couple of Texas leaguers that just dunked in there on him. So I think the kid has potential. What do you guys think? You think Guidry has potential? Think we should keep him on the team? Who did I say was coming in? Tidrow's coming in? Oh, there he is. All right, so Dick Tidrow, what kind of stuff will Tidrow have? Tidrow will have his A stuff. Thank God somebody has his A stuff. Tidrow this year, how's he doing? 1.46 ERA. Wow. and a 1.1 whip. He had an actually 1.3 whip. 1.11, in reality, he had a 1.13. So that's pretty darn close. All right, Kleins leads off, top of the 8th. Pitch from Tidrow, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Toby Hara, 1 down. Pitch from Tidrow, and that's going to be he's a righty, so that's going to be a pop-up right side, and Chambliss in foul grounds makes the catch for out number 2, and Toby Hara broke his bat on that. Not happy. Here's Hargrove now, and 26 against a righty. That's a bouncing ball through the hole, and base hit for Hargrove. A 2-out single. That's the second hit of the game. It's Burroughs now. Burroughs, big power hitter, having an excellent day. I think he has 3 hits today. Right? He has 3 hits. No, he has 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer. Burroughs now steps in the box as a right-handed hitter. Tidrow looks at Healy and sees what he likes, and he's ready. Deals. And that's going to be a 40. Oh, that's going to be a deep drive. Way back, right field. That's another one. Home run. Jeff Burroughs, second one of the day. Another 46 and a 1. Wow, that's off the ballpark card. And Tidrow's angry. You can tell. He's fuming. Smoke's coming out of his ears. And 2 out. And that was a strikeout single. That's a 2-run homer. 2-run homer for Jeff Burroughs. Wow, number 14 on the season. Here's Fregosi. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning is over. Go to bottom of the 8th. So Fregosi strikes out. Tidrow gives up a 2-run home run. And it's Mason. Mason leads us off. And we're going to pinch hit for Mason, because we still got Alomar. And we're going to pinch hit with Alomar, I guess. He's a switch hitter. And then he'll stay into play short. Good thing about these games like this, you learn like the team inside out. Like, I know who I have, and I know who can play the positions, so it's like almost automatic. So Alomar is going to bat, and then he's going to play short, and he's going to face Turpco here. The pitch from Turpco is going to be a 54, and that's going to be a pop-up on the rain chart. 1 to 5 are clouds, 6 is rain out, and it's a 5. So there's going to be some clouds in the area. Oh, then I will go to the rain chart. No, I'm not going to rain chart. So. All right, so we're going to get another swing here for Alomar. Oh, wait, he popped up, right? Yeah, popped up to short. So that's 1 out. So Alomar popped up. And here's Mickey Rivers. Mickey Rivers today is, what is he? He's 1 for 3. So let's see if he can go 1. Here's the pitch from Turpco, and that's going to be a 62. That'll be a fly ball center field. On the run is Kleins. Will he get there? Yes, Gene Kleins. Read that ball right off the bat to right center field, and Rivers got a little muscle into it and drove it, and that was on a line, but Kleins was able to catch up to it, turned on the jets, and really picked it. What a catch by Gene Kleins. And here is Roy White now. Roy White, how's he doing today? Roy White, White's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, so he's having a good day for him. 333 batting average for today. He's batting 320 on the season with 23 steals, 12 home runs, so he's having an overall pretty good season. He had 31 stolen bases, so he's right on the money where he should be with that. Turpco checks in with Sundberg, and he winds and deals with 2 outs, nobody on, and that's going to be a 43, which will be ball 4. So White displays a good eye and takes his free pass onto first base, 2 outs. Thurman Munson is next. Munson, the Walrus. He's 1 for 4 today. He's the DH. Here's the pitch from Turpco, and that's going to be a 13, and that's a fly ball, center field. Kleins doesn't have to move much, right there. Makes the catch, and that retires aside. We go to top of the 9th. Got to put in Alomar there at short. Tidrow is going to face Tom Grieve. Grieve today, how's he doing? I'll tell you the score, 12-4. You can see it on the screen, hopefully. Tom Grieve is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. Here's a pitch from Tidrow, and it's a 25, which will be popped up left side. Yep. Nettles in fair territory. Alomar. Nettles calls him off. 1 down. Lenny Randall Randall, a switch hitter, had a really good season. I don't remember which season was his really good season, but he's 1 for 2. He was 1 for 4 today with 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Randall. It's gonna be a 35, and that'll be a fly ball, shallow center. Racing in is Rivers, and Rivers gets there. Great catch, Mickey Rivers. And Thompson now. Thompson even has a hit today, and that's crazy because he's like a 220 hit. He has 2 hits today. Holy smokes! Pitch to Thompson was horrible, and that's going to be doesn't offer, and he walks. Good eye by Thompson there with Jim Sundberg, and even Sundberg is in on the offense today for the Rangers. Sundberg has 2 for 4 as well. Everybody's got 2 hits practically. All right, Tidrow's getting kind of worn out a little bit. Here's the pitch, and the 21 will be a fly ball to right field. Pinella, right center field, drifts over under it and makes the catch. Go to the bottom of the 9th here. This is a blowout. Texas 12, New York 4. If you're still here, I say hello, comment, and Turpco is in there now. Turpco can go batter's face. Let's see, he can go 10. How many has he gone? Well, that's not how I check. Wait, how many has he gone? Probably more than 10. So I'm going to pull him now. Turpco's gone 8. So he's only got 8. So we're gonna try to let him face Pinella. You know what? We're gonna pull Pinella and bring in Carlos May to pinch hit. Let's get that splits advantage. May's gonna come in to pinch hit. Not Rudy May, Carlos May. Carlos May came over from the White Sox. If you remember any of these players, if you have any stories, share them with me. I mean, I really enjoy the back and forth between us. I could play this by myself and not have a conversation, but I do it because it's kind of entertaining to have a talk with people. All right, so Carlos May steps in the box. He came over from the White Sox in '76. Kind of the Yankees felt that they needed a left-handed bat, an additional left-handed bat, an additional to Gamble. They had a righty, which was Otto Velez. They had a lefty, Oscar Gamble, but they felt they needed an extra lefty bat. And that's where Carlos May came in. And here he is, nobody on, nobody out. Turpco on the mound, bottom of the 9th. The Yanks trail by 8 runs. So let's see what happens. Let's see if miracles can happen. That's a 65. That's a -6, and that's a fly ball deep left field. Back goes Grieve to the track and makes the catch for out number 1. So May goes the opposite field, drove one to the opposite field, and Grieve was right on it. So next is Chris Chambliss. Chambliss, 289. Batting 289 today. Chambliss is 1 for 4. And here's the pitch, and that is bounced right back to the mound. Turpco over to first, waits a second for Hargrove to get there and throws him out. So weak little dribbler to the pitcher who fields it cleanly. And Turpco throws out Chambliss for out number 2. So the Yanks are down to the last out here in this blowout. But I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was entertaining for you. And remember to like and subscribe my channel. Click on that little bell so you're alerted as to whatever I'm doing. Right now I'm going through kind of updating all my replays, all the replays that I'm doing a little bit. I haven't been on this one for a while. This is unfortunately not a great game here. The Rangers 12 runs, 15 hits, no errors. Yanks with 4 runs, 11 hits and no errors. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, and here comes Greg Nettles. Nettles today, what has he done? Nettles today, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Nettles is batting 248. Let's see if he gets a hit here. Here's the pitch from Turpco, and that's a snake eyes. That's going to be struck him out. Ball game over. And we're just going to check the box score before we shut down, because once you shut down, guess what? You're shut down. You can't go back in. And you suddenly realize, oh, I forgot to put this pitcher in, or I forgot to do this, or I forgot to do that, or I don't have a catcher. Because this game it tells you, hey, it doesn't tell you, but it shows you that there's a player missing, but it doesn't stop the game until you put him in. Stratomatic will stop the game, and so does Digital Diamond Baseball. They'll stop the game if you don't have a full 9 guys on the field. But this game will not, so you can actually play the game without a catcher. You know, let's say you make a substitution and you don't put another catcher in there. on defense, then it's not, you can actually play that way. So I usually like to check, make sure everybody's in there, check the field, check my pitchers, make sure my pitchers came in properly. Tidrow finished it for the Yankees, and Turpko is going 3 innings. He's going to go 3 innings. I have that 11. It's a strikeout to Nettles, and everybody should be in there correctly. And that's the ball game, my friends. Struck him out. Nettles strikes out, and game is over. Umbarger 11-7. Holtzman 9-12. Not a good day. Turpko picks up a save. He goes 3 innings. Jeff Burroughs is the MVP. No injuries. I am playing injuries now just for the day, though, just to mix it up a little bit, because let's see what I want to talk to you about. I want to look at Holtzman's ERA 4.35. It really jumped up. He gave up 6 runs in 3 innings. Guidry 10 ERA. Tidrow even gave up 2 runs as well. His ERA climbed to 1.65, so that's pretty good. Let's look at some stats here. Let's look at some information. So I want to share this. So I'm going to go to the box score. I'll show you how to share it. You go to text. You see go to the box score over here on the side. It has this little menu. It says, then go to text. Click on text. Click output, and here it's saved. And I'll show you where it's saved to 76, and it's the game I played today. You close this. We'll close out. We'll look at some stats real quick here. Exit on top upper right hand corner, and over here on this we can look at the standings. Yanks are ahead by 22 games ahead of Baltimore and Cleveland. Holy smokes. 709 winning percentage. They have the best winning percentage in the league. They really went nuts. For a long time, I was doing nothing but winning. Let's look at the stats, the team stats. We can look at, all right, here, batting average. Yanks are on top with a 288 batting average. The league batting average is 259. Second is Kansas City. I think those are the 2 teams that met in the playoffs, so that seems about right. Let's see, home runs. The Yanks have 112. They lead in home runs. Yanks lead in triples. Yes, they lead in triples and doubles. They lead in doubles as well. They lead in hits as well. 72 runs scored. So yeah, they do lead in runs scored as well. So the Yanks are doing extremely well there. Let's see, pitching. Where's pitching? How do we get team pitching? Let's look at team pitching. Okay, team pitching. This is all the teams. Yanks are 3rd, American League, 3.29 ERA. So they're doing really well in pitching as well. And they've allowed a bunch of hits, 1,000 hits. They've allowed how many? 428 earned runs, but they don't lead the league in that. 395 earned runs, they don't lead the league. 62 home runs, they don't lead the league. So that's a good thing, right? Do they lead the league in walks? No, they don't lead the league in walks either. Strikeouts, they do not lead the league in strikeouts. Hit by pitch, no, they're right in the middle. So that's a good thing. So that's interesting to see. We still got a month and a half left. So we saw that. Leaders, here are the leaderboards. You can see that. National League and American League pitching. Let's see, AL batting. Here's the AL batting. Flynn is at the top. Jackson, Bando, games played, and so on. Rivers, he's at the top with 173 hits. Total bases, 253. Runs scored, 93. Rivers is on fire. Plate appearances, White. Rivers with 504 bats. George Brett. Rivers with 13 triples. The next closest is Carew, 10. Home runs, Nettles, 25. Baltimore, Jackson, 23. Runs batted in Mayberry with 101. Munson has 86. I think he had 100 runs batted in that season, I believe, off the top of my head. Runs created, hit by pitch. Don Baylor, no surprise there. But these are from replay, right? These are not from Fall Classic. So sacrifice hits, sacrifice flies. We're stolen bases, 54 for North. Campaneris, 54. LaFleur, 42. Baylor. Rivers, 38. So that's pretty good. Rivers had 40, I think, that season. All right, so that's about it, guys. So this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Thanks for watching. And my next game will be, there's a good game over here. The Mets Seaver goes against John on this day. What day is this? This is August 18th. Other scores around the league. 5-0 Boston over Chicago. Jenkins got the win. He's 9-11. Gossage took the loss, 9-11. At Tiger Stadium, it was California 6, Detroit 5. Nolan Ryan got the win, and Vern Rule got the loss. At Royal Stadium, it was extra innings, 13 innings, Cleveland. Oh no, it was the Royals who outlasted the Indians 5-4. The win went to, looks like, Bruno. The loss went to Kern. In County Stadium in Milwaukee. And Milwaukee just squeaked by the Athletics 5-4. It was Castro with the victory, 3-1 versus Blue. He beat Blue 13-12. Wow. Remember in 76, the A's do extremely well, but they just miss out on getting to the playoffs by just a few games, I think 3 games. In Metropolitan Stadium, Minnesota, it's Baltimore 6, Minnesota 5. And Dyer Miller wins it, Goals loses it. And of course, we got Yankee Stadium. Now we're going to replay these, and I'll do that real quick. Why not? If it took this long, a little bit longer, it's not going to kill anybody. Let me get out of here real quick and just replay the rest of the day so you can see how that works as well. Just hit AP the day, it plays it, see it? And then it gives you, that's it. It played the rest of the day for me. So Cincinnati beats Atlanta 4-3. Billingham gets the win and Ruthven takes the loss. And in that game that I said was going to be a good game, New York Mets beat the Dodgers 4-2. Right? Seaver 14-10 versus Tommy beats Tommy John 10-10. Skip Lockwood gets a 7th save, and John Milner hits his 8th home run. MVP was Tom Seaver. So Tom Seaver, excellent as usual here in '76, still with the Mets. He doesn't leave till the Midnight Massacre in '77. At Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, it's a blowout. Phillies 13-1. Lombard gets the win. Stanhouse gets the loss. Candlestick Park in San Francisco. The Giants win it 9-7, a slugfest. 16 runs, 29 hits, 2 errors. Caldwell gets the victories, 2-6. Moose takes the loss. Moffitt got his 11th save. Home run was Willie Stargell, his 17th. At Busch Stadium in St. Louis, San Diego beats the Cardinals 5-1. It's Randy Jones, almost 19-10, so he's one win away from his 20th. Beats Pete Falcone, 5-8. And that's it for August 18th, 1976. Thanks for watching. This is Tony Porter, your friendly neighborhood tabletop baseball gamer. And I will see you guys very soon. And take care.